This video did not exist in your universe until your consciousness collapsed the wave of probability and brought it into your current reality. You are here because a part of you is waking up, not just from sleep, but from the grand illusion of the physical world. Today we are going to explore one of the most misunderstood phenomena of human experience. We will reveal the hidden connection between the observer effect, the quantum field, and the exact moment you open your eyes in the morning. I promise you, by the end of this transmission, you will no longer see yourself as a victim of time or circumstance. You will finally understand your absolute power as the supreme creator of your reality. Tell me, have you ever felt a strange, unexplained sense of anticipation right before your morning alarm shatters the silence? To understand what is truly happening to you, we must first look at the universe through the lens of esoteric quantum mechanics. The reality you see around you is not solid, fixed, or permanent. It is a vast, infinite quantum field of pure potential. In this field, every possible outcome, every timeline, and every version of your life exists simultaneously as a wave of probability. Nothing becomes real until a consciousness steps forward to look at it. This is the metaphysical translation of the observer effect. Observation is not a passive act of just looking at things. Observation is an active, dynamic force of creation. When you focus your awareness, you force the chaotic energy of the universe to freeze into a specific, physical experience. You are not a human moving through a pre-written destiny. You are a divine observer, actively molding the clay of reality with the invisible hands of your attention. Let us begin by examining the profound mystery of the morning alarm. For most people, the alarm clock is a sudden, violent interruption. It is a mechanical demand from the three-dimensional matrix, forcing the mind to return to the physical avatar. But what if I told you that waking up precisely 2 or 3 minutes before that alarm rings is not a biological accident? It is a profound, metaphysical event. When this happens, your biological clock is not waking you up. Instead, your higher consciousness is pulling you out of the dream state. You are waking up because your awareness has already traveled ahead in time. Your consciousness has already surveyed the upcoming day, aligned with a specific timeline, and returned to the physical body to prepare it. You are literally beating time at its own game. This phenomenon reveals a beautiful truth about the separation between your physical vessel and your true self. Your body is heavy, dense, and bound by the linear rules of gravity and time. It requires rest, and it requires an external trigger to jolt it into action. But your consciousness is non-local. It is not confined to your brain, nor is it trapped beneath your skull. Your consciousness is an energetic field that constantly interacts with the quantum universe. When you open your eyes before the alarm sounds, you are experiencing a moment where the non-local mind has overridden the local body. Your spirit has decided that it is time to begin the act of creation, completely ignoring the artificial schedule imposed by your phone or your clock. You have transcended the physical limitation. Think about what a timeline truly is in the context of the quantum field. A timeline is simply a sequence of energetic vibrations vibrating at a specific frequency. When you are asleep, your ego is shut down. Your resistance is zero. During this time, your pure consciousness naturally rises to its highest resonant frequency. If you have been doing your inner work, meditating, or focusing on your desires, your vibration elevates significantly during the night. Because you are vibrating so highly, your consciousness naturally shifts into a higher, more evolved timeline. In this higher timeline, the heavy, stressful energy of the alarm clock does not belong. Your upgraded consciousness wakes you up gently, naturally, and ahead of schedule, because you are already operating in a reality where forced awakenings are obsolete. It is fascinating to observe how the physical body lags behind the speed of the mind. In the realm of quantum physics, information travels instantaneously. Quantum entanglement proves that two particles can communicate across the universe in zero time. Your consciousness operates at this exact quantum speed. However, your physical avatar is made of dense matter. It takes time for the body to catch up to the energetic shifts of the mind. When you wake up before the alarm, you are caught in the beautiful lag between dimensions. Your mind has already arrived in the new day, vibrating with the frequency of your desires. Your physical body is just lying there, slowly booting up, trying to acclimate to the massive quantum leap your soul just took while you were dreaming. This pre-alarm wakefulness is essentially an act of precognition. Precognition is the ability to know or sense an event before it happens in physical time. Your higher self knows exactly when that alarm is scheduled to ring. It can see the timeline of the upcoming day with crystal clarity. Because your higher self loves you and wants to protect your energetic state, it taps you on the shoulder just moments before the harsh noise begins. It says to you, "Wake up, the illusion is about to start, but I want you to enter it on your own terms." By waking you up beforehand, your consciousness gives you a precious window of silence. It gives you the ultimate advantage. You are allowed to become the conscious observer of the day, rather than a reactionary victim of a sudden noise. Now let us apply the true observer effect to your bedroom. While your eyes are closed, your room, your life, and your upcoming day exist only as a shimmering wave of infinite possibilities. The moment you open your eyes, you force that wave to collapse into solid reality. If you are woken up by an alarm, you are collapsing the reality in a state of shock, stress, and anxiety. Your first observation is one of urgency. Therefore, you manifest a day filled with urgency and stress. But when you wake up naturally, in the quiet darkness before the alarm, your first observation is one of peace and control. You are collapsing a reality of calmness. You are commanding the quantum field to organize your day around the frequency of serenity, simply by the way you choose to open your eyes. The state you find yourself in during these moments is known as the hypnopompic state. This is the magical threshold between deep sleep and full waking consciousness. In esoteric traditions, this state is considered the most powerful bridge to the spiritual realm. In this twilight zone, the veil between the physical world and the quantum field is incredibly thin. Your brain is producing theta and alpha waves, which are the exact frequencies required for deep manifestation and reality hacking. When you wake up before your alarm, you are gifted a few uninterrupted minutes in this highly suggestible, deeply powerful brain state. You are floating in the quantum soup, completely aware, yet entirely detached from the stress of the three-dimensional world. This is where miracles are engineered. It is important to realize that the law of attraction does not go to sleep when you do. Your subconscious mind is constantly broadcasting a signal out into the universe, drawing corresponding experiences back to you. When you have been diligently working on your mindset, focusing on abundance, health, and love, your subconscious begins to do the heavy lifting while you rest. Waking up naturally before your alarm is a physical symptom of successful manifestation. It means your subconscious is so excited about the reality it is building that it literally cannot wait to bring you into the waking world to experience it. It is the energetic equivalent of a child waking up early on a holiday morning, vibrating with pure anticipation for the gifts that await them. We must also look at this phenomenon as a profound synchronicity. Synchronicity is the universe's way of winking at you. It is the quantum field providing you with direct, undeniable feedback that you are on the right path. When you open your eyes and look at the clock, only to see that you beat the alarm by exactly 2 minutes, it is not a random coincidence. It is a mathematical impossibility designed to catch your attention. The universe is showing you that you are perfectly in sync with the rhythm of creation. You are no longer dragging behind the flow of life, you are riding the crest of the wave. This synchronicity is a validation from the divine intelligence that your thoughts, your emotions, and your energetic signature are perfectly aligned with your highest good. Let us talk about the frequency of anticipation. Your dominant vibration dictates the timeline you seamlessly slide into each morning. If you go to sleep dreading the next day, your consciousness will try to delay waking up for as long as possible. You will sleep heavily, hit the snooze button, and resist reality. But when your consciousness has shifted to a higher timeline, your frequency changes to one of quiet anticipation. You develop a deep inner knowing that something wonderful is unfolding, even if your logical mind does not know what it is yet. This high-frequency anticipation acts like an energetic magnet. It pulls you out of sleep effortlessly. You wake up feeling alert, clear, and ready because your soul knows that the timeline you are entering is filled with blessings. By waking up before the alarm, you are actively breaking the mechanical loop of your past. Most humans live their entire lives in a predictable, repetitive loop. They wake up at the same time, feel the same emotions, think the same thoughts, and therefore create the exact same reality day after day. The alarm clock is the ultimate symbol of this matrix loop. It represents the routine of the old self. When your consciousness shifts and wakes you up early, you are literally shattering that pattern. You are stepping out of the predictable algorithm of your life. In that silent space before the alarm, you are unpredictable to the matrix. You become a wild card in the quantum field. You have the absolute freedom to choose a completely new thought and set off a brand new chain reaction in your life. Think of your consciousness as a scout, a vanguard that travels ahead of your physical body. While your body is resting in bed, your consciousness is exploring the landscape of the future. It is constantly testing different probabilities and navigating through the multiverse of choices. When it finds a timeline that is highly favorable, joyful, and aligned with your deepest intentions, it anchors itself there. Once the anchor is set, it sends a signal back to the physical body. That signal is the gentle nudge that wakes you up at 5:58 in the morning. Your consciousness is whispering to you, "I have found the perfect path for us today. Wake up and follow me." You are literally being guided by the future version of yourself who has already succeeded. This brings us to the fascinating connection with the phenomenon of déjà vu. Have you ever gone through your day and suddenly felt an overwhelming sensation that you have experienced this exact moment before? This feeling is deeply tied to the morning quantum shift. When your consciousness travels ahead and anchors into a higher timeline before you wake up, it downloads the blueprint of that day into your subconscious. Later, as your physical body moves through the events of the day, your brain recognizes the energetic signature of the timeline. The déjà vu is simply your conscious mind catching up to the scouting mission your higher self performed while you were asleep. It is proof that you have already lived this reality on an energetic level. So how do you use this pre-alarm wakefulness to deliberately collapse your desired future? It is entirely about what you do in those first few minutes of consciousness. Most people ruin the magic by immediately thinking about their problems or worrying about the time. To master the quantum field, you must do the exact opposite. When you find yourself awake before the alarm, lie perfectly still. Do not move your body. Keep your eyes closed. Realize that you are currently pure energy suspended in the quantum void. Use this time to clearly visualize the best possible outcome for your day. Feel the gratitude for things that have not even happened yet. By doing this in the theta brainwave state, you are forcefully collapsing the wave of probability into your exact specification. The power of your thoughts in this twilight zone is magnified 10 times over. During the normal waking hours, your conscious mind is full of doubt, logic, and resistance. It acts as a filter, blocking your desires from reaching the quantum field. But in the moments just before your alarm goes off, that analytical filter is completely turned off. The gateway to the subconscious is wide open. Any thought you hold in this precious window of time drops directly into the soil of the universe. If you think about poverty, you will instantly manifest a day of lack. But if you hold the feeling of absolute abundance, health, and limitless power, You plant a seed that the quantum field must immediately grow into your physical experience. You are programming the matrix code of your reality. This daily experience is a profound reminder that you are not your physical body. Society conditions you to identify entirely with your reflection in the mirror, your age, your bank account, and your aches and pains. But the entity that wakes up before the alarm is not the body. The body is still heavy with sleep. The entity that is awake is the eternal, infinite observer. It is the awareness that watches the thoughts. It is the divine spark that breathes life into the avatar. By recognizing this distinction every single morning, you begin to detach from the suffering of the physical world. You realize that you are the player holding the controller, not the character running around on the screen. This realization alone is enough to permanently alter your trajectory in life. As you continue to wake up in this manner, you will notice other physical signs that you are shifting to a higher timeline. You might feel a subtle tingling at the top of your head or a sudden rush of unexplainable peace washing over your chest. You might notice that the air in your room feels lighter, or that the silence has a specific, comforting texture to it. These are all tangible, physical symptoms of your energetic frequency rising. Your central nervous system is literally upgrading its wiring to handle the increased electrical load of your expanded consciousness. Do not be afraid of these sensations. Welcome them. They are the beautiful growing pains of a soul that is rapidly evolving beyond the confines of the third dimension. Of course, you will occasionally encounter the resistance of the matrix. There will be mornings when you wake up early and your ego immediately starts fighting the awakening. Your ego will tell you that you are exhausted, that you need those extra 5 minutes of sleep, and that you should just close your eyes and wait for the alarm. This is the ultimate test of your spiritual sovereignty. The ego wants to keep you unconscious because it thrives in the predictable loop of the past. It fears the unknown potential of the quantum field. When you hear that voice, simply observe it, smile at it, recognize it as a mechanism of the old reality. By choosing to stay present and hold your high frequency instead of falling back into unconsciousness, you defeat the resistance entirely. To truly master this timeline shift, you must learn how to anchor the new reality into the physical world. The worst thing you can do when you wake up early is instantly reach for your phone. The moment you look at social media, the news, or your messages, you allow external programming to overwrite your pristine quantum state. You surrender your creator power to the algorithms of society. Instead, keep your phone away from your bed. Let your first physical action be one of intention. Drink a glass of water to purify your vessel. Take 3 deep, conscious breaths. Stretch your body deliberately, feeling the energy move through your limbs. By moving with slow, intentional grace, you ground the high-frequency energy of the quantum realm down into the density of your physical avatar. It is time to step fully into your role as the absolute creator of your universe. The universe is not happening to you, it is responding to you. Every time you wake up naturally, independent of external triggers, you are declaring your sovereignty to the cosmos. You are stating, I am the master of my time, I am the director of my focus, and I am the architect of my destiny. The quantum field is listening to you right now. It is waiting for your instructions. Do not let another morning pass you by in a state of unconscious reaction. Use the silence, use the space between sleep and waking to forge a reality that astounds you. You have already beaten the odds. You have already outsmarted time. Now all that is left to do is open your eyes and create. The ultimate truth is this: you are not a person sitting inside a reality. You are reality itself, observing its own magnificent existence through a human perspective. When you wake up before your alarm, it is the universe knocking on your door, reminding you that your consciousness is infinitely faster, stronger, and more powerful than the physical world. You are stepping into a higher timeline where you dictate the flow of events through the sheer force of your observation. If you are ready to claim this power, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and write this exact phrase in the comments to anchor your new frequency. I am the observer, creating my reality. Let the physical act of typing these words collapse your perfect timeline into existence. Tell me, what synchronicities or strange signs have you been noticing in your life recently?